Now we will be moving on to our keynote address. And our keynote address will be delivered by Mr. Raju Mahajan, who is the principal attorney of Raju Law.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm very excited that a lot of people joined this session today. Um, Mr. Timilson already discussed a lot about H1B in Nepali language. Since I do not understand Nepali language, I do not know like how much he talked. So probably there could be some overlap. But before I talk about any topic, any legal topic, let me tell you something. This session is only for the information purpose only. This is not a legal advice. Anything we say in this session today is only for the information purpose. Do not make any decision or anything based on this conversation. This is a seminar. This is not a legal advice. Also, like almost all other law, things depends on many factors. So one thing can be applicable to one person, and for another person, totally different kind of calculation can be applied. So bear in mind that just because one of your friends went through a certain path doesn't mean that that one is also applicable to you. Every case is unique. Every case is depends on the unique situation. So when we lawyers, we make our decision, we make decision based on the facts. That's why sometimes we advise different things to different people. So and that is the standard course of action for law. So please do not assume anything that we did not say for a particular person. All right, that was kind of like a housekeeping kind of words. So many of you already know that H1B is a employment-based visa application. Number one, this is not a green card application. You are not going to get green card through H1B application. So many people, they send me email or they ask me question in different seminars. They say, does that mean that I'll never get green card if I go through H1B? No, that's not true. H1B itself will not give you green card. However, if you come to America through H1B, you will first get visa for 3 years. And after that, you will be able to renew your visa for another 3 years. And after that, there is another law. It's called AC21. Under AC21, technically, you can be under H1B forever, for the rest of your life. Of course, that's not the purpose of H1B. You will definitely get green card before that. But I'm saying somebody can be under H1B for the rest of his life if they want to. However, once you come to America under H1B, there are many paths to take. And most of the people, I would say 99% people who come to America under H1B, they get green card in some way, either through NIW, EB1, regular EB2, EB3, EB4, EB5. There are many paths. So the question is, which one is good for you? It depends on your background. It depends on your education. It depends on your work experience. It depends on how much money you can invest in America if you want to apply for investment-based immigration. So bottom line is, H1B will not give you green card. However, if you can come to America under H1B, there are many paths to get green card. Another important issue about H1B is that H1B is a employment-based immigration application, employment-based non-immigrant application. That means you cannot apply by yourself. You have to understand that you cannot apply for H1B by yourself. You must have a job here in America, and the job must apply for you. So you can ask me questions. So how do I get job in America from Nepal? There are many options. I'm going to talk about that, but I'm just saying, please remember that you have to first get a job here in America, and the company must apply for you. So the good thing is, the current world is a globalized world. You can apply for a job in America, even from Nepal or anywhere in the world. Many corporations, many companies, they hire people, remote workers all over the world. And once you get hired for a corporation and talk to your supervisor or HR or CEO if possible and say, hey, I want to go to America under H1B. Can you please sponsor me? Remember that every year there's a lottery for H1B visa. Mr. Timilson already talked about that. In the month of March, there's a lottery. So the corporation must apply for you in the month of March. Around end of March or beginning of April, Department of Homeland Security, meaning USCIS, will publish the result. And then if you get picked up in the lottery, then there's a second step. If you apply from Nepal, there's a third step. And once the third step is complete, you will come to America. So you have to look for job. And there are many staffing companies here in America too, especially in IT industry. They can hire you from Nepal and they can sponsor you. They can bring you here in America and then they can employ you in some IT companies. So the short and very important thing is you cannot apply for H1B by yourself. So here is some talking points. I'm going through all this thing in a short, and after my presentation, if you have any question, please ask us. I'll be happy to answer all of your questions. First of all, for H1B, there's two major distinctions. If the corporation who are going to apply for you, if it is a for-profit corporation, then they must go through the lottery process that I just explained in the month of March. And then once you are picked up in the lottery, then they must apply for I-129. This is the name of the form for the H1B petition. Once your I-129 is approved, if you are living in a foreign country like Nepal, you have to apply for H1B visa in your local US embassy. And once you get the visa, you come to America. However, if the company is a non-profit corporation, then there is no lottery. But the thing is, not all non-profit corporations are qualified for this special cap exempt categories. The non-profit organization must be a research organization or has some kind of affiliation with some research organization or has some kind of program that has research work. Meaning, most of the universities qualify for this thing. Also, there's a lot of non-profit organizations. They have partnership with universities to do research kind of work. They will qualify for this cap exempt situation. So if you are hired by a non-profit corporation, ask them if the work you're going to perform under this job has some kind of research component. If it doesn't have any research component, then you may not qualify for this special treatment. So you have to be careful about that when you apply for any job. But if the corporation is non-profit and if they qualify for this cap exempt situation, then the good thing is there is no lottery and there is no quota. That's why, like a lot of people, they like this non-profit cap exempt applications because it's good for them. Now let's come to the steps. As I said, the first step is the lottery, and the second step is Form I-129. This is the actual petition. And if you are already in America, let's say you came to America under F1 visa or B1, B2 or other kind of visa, then you don't need to go to the third step. The second step itself is the final step. And in that year, from October 1, you are eligible to keep working for that corporation. However, if you are living in a foreign country, then you have to apply for visa, face the visa interview in the local embassy, and then come to America. Once you are in H1B status, you can transfer your H1B from your sponsoring corporations to another corporations. However, there are some requirements. Number one requirement is the transfer must happen within 60 days of either you get fired or you leave your job. So you have to do that within 60 days. Number two, the position you're going to take, the new position must match with the previous position. There can be little difference, but it cannot be like a totally different. Any position you work under H1B must match with either your bachelor degree or work experience. I'm not going that detail into this process because the purpose of this session is for information only. So definitely it depends on case by case, but this is for information only. The last topic before I conclude the presentation is concurrent H1B. Many people don't know about that. So let's say you apply, ABC Corporation hired you, they sponsored you, you got H1B, you came to America, and then you're working for ABC Corporation. At the same time, you got another job under PQR Corporation. So you can apply for concurrent H1B for PQR corporations, and you can keep working for these two jobs. Many people ask me how many hours you can work for the second job. I advise that it's safe to work part-time, like 20 hours per week, but basically there is no requirement that you have to work part-time. You can technically work full-time, meaning you have to work two full-time jobs, definitely, which is very hard for you to do. At the same time, when you, in future, when you apply for a green card, apply for citizenship, there can be some confusion. That's why, just to avoid those extra hassle, I advise everybody to have the second job, like a concurrent H1B job, as part-time. There are a lot of benefits for concurrent H1B. Number one is if you leave your main H1B job or if you get fired, the 60 days grace period will not start because you already are under concurrent H1B. You are working for one corporation, so which is a good thing. Number two, you can easily transfer this concurrent H1B to your main H1B job anytime, and then you can get another job as a concurrent H1B if you lose your original job. Number three is, once you're already employed by a concurrent, you get, you make more money, you get more experience. It may help you in future. The bottom line is concurrent H1B is beneficial. Of course, it's a lot of work to do two jobs, but if you want, you can do it. The last topic before I conclude our presentation today is AC-21. I did not mention it here. So usually under H1B, you get work permit for 6 years. But if your 6th year is over and you did not find any other options to get green card or something, you can apply for H1B under AC-21 Act. It's a totally different law, different requirement and everything. But just remember that you have to apply for AC-21 before 1 year before expiration of your 6th year of H1B. Meaning, let's say your 6th year of H1B is going to expire in, let's say, December 31st, 2025. Then you have to apply for AC-21 at least by December 31st, 2024. You have to keep at least 1 year in your hand before you apply for AC-21. The AC-21 is the short form of American competitiveness in the 21st century.